Hello, viewers. Welcome. Let's look at this question. We are still on the episode on percentages 2, where we pick the VAT calculation. This is episode 19 of that series, and episode number 6 on the calculation of what? VAT. So, an electricity bill including VAT of 12.5% is 450. So this 450 is talking about VAT inclusive cost, the cost of the article, total cost after the basic cost and the charge of VAT has been added. All right. How much is the bill exclusive of VAT? Meaning, what is the basic cost? What is the intended cost of the article before the VAT calculation has been added? Then two, how much VAT is charged on the bill? How much VAT in terms of value, not in terms of percentage. So how much VAT is added? Now, I'm going to do the line of the first 4 episodes, which we are basing it on the formula calculation. I'll do the line first, then I'll do the line of general conception on what percentage, and let's weigh the two and see which line is best to pass. So first of all, in the question we have the VAT exclusive. No, this will be inclusive, right? VAT inclusive cost, which is the cost of the article plus the VAT, and that has been given in the question as 450 Ghana cedis. In the question also, we know the rate of VAT, which is 12.5%, which is the same as 12.5%, still as 12.5 divided by what? 100. If I'm taking away the percentage from that. So from the previous episode, the calculation of VAT is the rate times that of the basic cost. So we don't know what the basic cost is, which we are asked to find. So let's just say we let the basic cost to be equal to a value that we are not aware of. So what is next? We need to find the expression from the first calculation. We know that if I am having VAT inclusive, everything added to it is equals to the basic cost. Let me add the cost plus the VAT charge. Good. So this is what we have. So we know the VAT inclusive, which is given in the question 450. The basic cost, we don't know. We are intending to make it Y. Then the VAT charge. What is the VAT calculation of any article? It is the rate of the percentage rate times the basic cost. Picking everything from the first episode, the understanding we have with the VAT. So VAT equals to the rate of VAT times the cost, the basic cost of the article. So this will now become 12.5 over 100 times Y. Remember, we are saying that the basic cost is taken as Y. The rate of percentage in terms of fraction is this. So I can rewrite this to look like 12.5Y, since the Y is multiplied, divided by what? 100. Is that okay? So from there, I can still continue from the VAT inclusive equals to basic cost plus VAT charge. So this simply implies that the VAT inclusive 450 Ghana cedis should be equals to the basic cost, which is Y, plus the VAT charge, which is 12.5Y divided by what? 100. So looking at that, that is also giving you a linear equations that involve fraction. And when we do that, we look at for LCM and multiply through to cancel. The multiplication is basically to cancel the fraction to make it a whole number. So I multiply each of the term by what? 100. So when you multiply each of the term, this is term 1. So I am going to do the multiplication without showing the multiplication. So this will give us 450 times 100 will only increase the zeros to 3. So this is 45,000, and that should be equals to 100 times y plus 125y. Remember, when you multiply by the 100 cancels from that side. That is the main reason why we are even doing the multiplication. I can see y coefficient, y coefficient. So we can add them together since they are like terms. So this gives rise to our 45,000 being equals to 100 plus 12.5, 112.5y, if I add that, right? Or better still, we factorize the y out to become y into bracket 100 plus the 12.5, which at the end will become 112.5. We need a y, so we need to clear whatever coefficient we have there. So we divide by the 112.5. So this become 45,000 divided by 112.5 equals to y. Let me still maintain space and have that being cut out. So let's put that on the calculator and see. Okay, so if we divide that, your y will be equals to 400 Ghana cedis. So this 400 is talking about how much VAT exclusive. So VAT exclusive cost. So therefore the VAT exclusive cost is 400. Remember, the VAT including the tax is 450. Without the tax is 400. So coming to the second side, which says how much VAT that is being charged, you can easily tell that from this side, inclusive equals to basic cost plus VAT. If I'm looking for the VAT, I'll subtract the basic cost from the inclusive, so I can get 50. All right, but I mentioned that I'll be dealing with two methods. So this is the first part. The second part before we find the Roman number 2. All right, so for the second part, let me just say method 2, right? So method 2, remember that if we are having inclusive, it means there is a VAT component, the rate component added. From the first episode, we use R to represent that. So I can say that the inclusive, as I have this, is going to be VAT inclusive cost is going to be equivalent to the 100 plus the 12.5%. Because that is where we are adding the basic cost. The basic cost is just 100. That is the original price, or the cost price of the article. So this will be equivalent to this. This value is what we are taking as 450. Then your basic cost is also equivalent to 100%, and that is what we are looking for. So I can say that if, let me begin with it, if 100 plus 12.5 is 112.5%, is giving us a price of 450 Ghana cedis, then we expect 100% to produce a value less than 450. So if less, more. Between the percentages divide, more divide. So I'll be having 100% over 112.5% times the value we have here, which is 450. If you check from the first calculation, it was 100 times 450, which is 45,000, divided by the 112.5. So without doing any math cancellation, I can say that my value will just give me what? 400 cedis. Just using percentage proportion, we can get the answer without remembering the formula to use. All right. So if that is the case, we can now find the Roman number 2, which is looking for the VAT charge. So we can say that the VAT charge is just equals to the VAT inclusive the VAT inclusive cost minus the basic cost, right? The inclusive was 450, then the exclusive was 400 cedis. So putting that together, we should be left with only 50 Ghana cedis. So it means the VAT component in terms of value will be for 50 Ghana cedis. I understand you follow the two. You can tell whether method one give rise to the basic cost is okay for you, or taking the idea from the first method. Anywhere you pass with your understanding, that is the most important one, so that when the question change hand from these figures, you'll be able to apply the concept you've learned in that. Don't forget to share the video, like, comment, and subscribe.